let's play some Mage Knight Day 2 Tovak solo Conquest replay and analysis. Quick note from the very end of the last round, I had 2 extra movement points which I actually used to move on to the plane, so my apologies. First, let's head over and take a look at the offers, starting with the units. Foresters, Guardian Golems, Peasants. Foresters and Peasants recruitable within villages, Guardian Golems recruited in Mage Towers and Keeps. Back to the map, lots of villages, not a lot of Mage Towers, not a lot of Keeps, unless we backtrack and go all the way back to here, which we most assuredly will not. So once again, units look a bit challenged. Other questionable decision from the end of last night was the removal of Call to Arms, which again, given the unit situation, might have proved useful. Even more suspect is the non-removal of Mana Storm. Mana Storm was here in the second position. I could have easily gotten rid of it, seen another advanced action. Instead, I decided to keep this unbelievable, glorious piece of garbage. No clue why. I could definitely feel the rust of not playing Mage Knight for several months. All right, let's take a look at our hand. We drew Instinct, Swiftness, Tremor, Concentration, Tranquility. Not a horrible hand. Let's look at the rest of our deck. Lots of movement in our deck with our Advanced Action Temporal Portal. Shield Bash, lots of good block, whether we like it or not. And Druidic Staff, which is a great source of crystals, great source of healing, and great source of movement. So, we're on round 3, and we have not really increased the attack power of our deck really at all. Instinct is still probably our best attack card. So that is not great. I'm definitely feeling like I'm behind. Even though I've explored pretty far, I really don't feel like I've accomplished enough, particularly in that very first night. Let's take a look at our tactics. These were our remaining tactics to us. Right moment. Nope. So, of the available options, going first to make sure I have enough time, Ban of Steel. There was a 2 greens and a black in the source. Maybe I could set one of those aside and use it for concentration, tranquility, something at a later time. Maybe there's 2 movements. Instead, I chose a great start, and I will tell you why. I chose Great Start with the idea of first going to this magical glade. The reason being is I only have 1 countryside tile left. And let me throw some of these out here for illustration. Since I cannot put a core tile out here on this coastline, if I used my last countryside tile here, that would mean that my core tiles would need to stack up here inside of the wedge. Whereas if I was able to get my last countryside tile out here, I'd have this nice open area of where to stack up all my core tiles. Maybe I get some cities that are put next to each other. So my idea was to use a great start, draw a few more cards, get on this magic glade, use my scouts to reveal this tile. Unfortunately, I have to deal with these stupid diggers. Even sadder is that they're only worth 2 fame. I need 4 fame to get to this 6 card hand size, which is so important. But you do what you gotta do. But first, let's let Goldex have his go. He draws 3 cards. We will draw our 2 cards for a good start. And we will start by playing March with a green die for 4 movement to move on to the magical glade. Before we provoke those diggers, we will activate our scouts, and we will remove we won't remove that tile, we'll remove this tile. And yet another village. Yet another mage tower. Still monasteries. More hags. Their sisters are located down here. The close observer will also notice that this is entirely impassable to get up into this tile. So other than getting down to the core tiles, revealing this is pretty much provides no value. So looks like the number 1 plan is take care of these diggers, swing back over here and try to get some core tiles revealed. So we do in fact provoke the diggers. And how do we take care of these guys? Well, we take a wound to the face like a champ. We play Tranquility and Cold Toughness for 3 attack to take out these diggers. At our end of our turn, we roll this die back to a blue. We heal a wound from our glade. And we get on to the next turn. Process our dummy. Goldex still only draws another 3 cards with all these crystals. That's nice. He's taken his sweet time. So we take Concentration, Gold Token, Instinct for 7 movement, or sorry, 6 movement, 8 with Swiftness, 9 with Shield Bash. We trudge ourselves all the way over here to the village and reveal our very first core tile. And boom, it is the White City, as well as a keep, which, since we are in the daytime and we're standing next to it, we flip to reveal the crossbowman. And we go ahead and call that the end of our turn. Goldix, still only drawing 3 cards. Thank you very much, good sir. We start off by flipping Motivation to get a blue token. I've got Crystallize, so crystallizing that blue token is always, something reasonably decent to do. That also allows us to draw 2 cards, hopefully maybe get something to take care of those crossbowmen. And we head on into the keep with a march using that last green die. And also stepping onto that keep reveals the Guardians of the White City. Put them down here because we'll be looking at them a lot. And this handy dandy reminder. Okay, we're back. And these are the correct units. Freezers, Gunners, Crossbowmen. So how do we take care of these crossbowmen? First, we take 2 wounds to the face. We crystallize this blue token into a white crystal. Swiftness, white crystal for 3 range attack. And Threaten for 4 damage to take down the Lords of the Keep, the crossbowmen. Then finally, we take Druidic Staff. We pitch Tremor. Whoa. Alright, that was pretty cool. We pitch Tremor to Druidic Staff to heal these 3 wounds. And at the end of the turn, we reroll the blue die black. Let's end our turn and get our level up. First, we will place our stamp upon the keep and get this juicy 6 card hand size. And +1 because we are now the owners of this keep, which I will try to remember. I actually had some problems setting these tiles out for some reason. I think my rotation number here was weird, and so you see that they didn't get laid down perfectly, which affected the script. In the later games that I played, which I'm also going to be reviewing, this worked amazing. You put your shield down on the keep, it ups your hand size. It works really well. So I broke it. Nothing wrong with the mod itself. Just me. All right, let's let Goldix go. Whoa. All right. Now he's off to the races. He only has 3 cards left. And we have our 6 card hand size when we also get 1 more for being in the keep. Now, since I'm on a keep, what I want to try to do is get these Guardian Golems. Now, they are 7 influence. Well, according to my notes, it said that I had a rep of -1 because I was trying to get to 8 to get the Guardian Golems. Not sure if I missed a -1 from a Threaten or something like that. So unfortunately, because there is no white man in the source, and there's 2 black dies and only a blue die, mana draw doesn't do me so good. I have nothing to power up Promise into its better state. A blue and a red don't do me anything. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is still not 8 influence in order to recruit those Guardian Golems. So I get the idea that if I use Temporal Portal on that blue die to move 2 revealed spaces, maybe I get back to this glade, I get a gold token, which could then possibly I have enough move to get influence 4, or use mana draw with a gold token to power up these 2 and get back and somehow get those golems. That's my thought anyway. So I do in fact play Temporal Portal plus the blue die. I move 2 revealed spaces to the glade, which will heal my wound at the end of the turn. At the end of the turn, we re-roll the dice black. And Goldrick's turn draws the rest of his cards. So we now have the remainder of our deck in our hand. This is all that we got to work with for the rest of the day. So with this gold token, some combination of mana draw, setting this to white, getting me 2 of these, it's 4 influence. I need 6 movement to get back to the keep. I've got 2, 4. Okay, that doesn't work. Maybe I don't do white. Maybe I do blue. There's 6 movement. Here's 2 influence, 3, 4. Maybe I use that for the blue. Anyway, no matter how you cut it, it doesn't work. Wah, wah, wah. So what I do instead is I stamina for 2, put myself on the village, influence, gold token, rage, total of 5 influence, rage again for 6 influence. Man, rage or age, used it for move twice, and now influence. And I picked myself up some foresters. It's giving me an error that I can't buy them from there for some reason, but I know that I can. Again, don't blame the mod so much for these errors. I did a kind of a number on it. One, when I was moving these tiles around and also setting up for recording, I kind of screwed up some of its logic, I'm pretty sure. Blame me if you have to blame someone. All right, and that is the end of the turn. Goldix calls end of round. We use our foresters now to generate 2 movement plus a stamina. Gives us the 4 movement to get back to the keep. Do our red crystal craft. Get our blue crystal and our red token. Mana draw. No use for us. And that's the end of the day. Let's go over here and check the offers, see if I got rid of anything. Like Fireball, like Force of Nature, like Ice Bolt, like Whirlwind. Don't care about these 2. So we're going to leave the offers the way that they are. And we move on to night 2. So let's take a look at what we think of our second day. Started here. Decided to move into this magical glade, used the scouts to reveal this tile, which I think was a good idea. Discovered a completely blocked off tile, but it did get rid of our last countryside tile. We smacked some valueless orcs here, and then trekked ourselves all the way over here to the villages, revealed the White City, took out a keep, bounced back to the magical glen, back to the keep, and recruited ourselves some foresters along the way. All in all, maybe slightly better than our first night, but I don't feel great about our performance. I'll definitely find my play improves in the next 2 games. All right, thank you for watching, and let's get on to day number 2.